Hi, my name is Liz Hathway and this is my astrological take on the week ahead. It's an interesting week this week. We see, for example, on Tuesday that Mercury changes sign. Mercury in Pisces is very reflective. It's a kind of energy that absorbs, it learns by osmosis, and it's has a very selective sort of memory, really, Mercury in Pisces. Now Mercury moves into Aries, where it is much more direct, it's much more opinionated. It's Mercury in Aries is outspoken and is also quite daring. It's sort of the child that dares to say to the emperor, "You have no clothes on." It's really a little bit sometimes not well thought out in what it says, but it does. Mercury in Aries will speak its truth. And then a day later, on Wednesday, we see Venus, planet of love, and the things that we are passionate about, our treasure, if you like, moves into Aries. So we have now these two inner planets moving into a fire sign, into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. Venus in Aries is passionate. She is hot. This is a hot Venus. I always think of Venus in Aries a bit as the female warrior. I mean, Venus is in detriment here, but that doesn't mean she can't act or act up. This is quite she who dares is Venus in Aries. She doesn't know her place. She is very much herself. So we have these two inner planets moving into this hot fire sign. But we also know that these are cardinal signs. They initiate action. And I think what is very clear is that Saturn is in the picture. Saturn is in Capricorn. So both Mercury and Venus are very soon going to run into this, the great border, you know, which is Saturn, the big wall, the cold shower, the critical reaction to what is said. So I guess the lesson there for us this week is to remember that we do have to, or will have to, take responsibility for what we say. We have to take responsibility if we're passionate about something, that we might run up against disapproval or problems with authority figures or other people that want to call us back. Because already on Sunday, we see the Mercury does square Saturn. So yeah, this is really, Saturn's themes are about personal responsibility. So our actions, what we say and what we do, you know, we have to realize words particularly set things in motion. You know, they're not just on paper, they have the power to move people. And with Saturn there, we have to take responsibility for what we say, really, this week, and certainly in affairs of the heart as well. The other big event that's coming up this week is that Jupiter is turning retrograde. I mean, Jupiter went into Scorpio. I think it was in 10th of November in 2017. It moved into Scorpio and it's been storming ahead. And it's now in, I think, around 23 degrees. I can't see it actually here. But anyway, on Thursday, it is 23:13 Scorpio. So it's going retrograde. So that means all sort of Jupiter-related projects. Look at where Jupiter is transiting in your horoscope. Also look for your house cups, Sagittarius and Pisces, because affairs relating to that house are likely to slow down and will go into like a kind of a revision phase. What we've also had up until this week or early next week is we've had a very close affiliation and a cooperation between Mars and Jupiter. They've been in each other's sign. This is, in astrological terms, a very strong mutual reception. So they're feeding off each other and giving, you know, helping each other out in ways when they can. But that affiliation as well is about to end when, you know, Mars, I think it's next week, moves out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn, where the relationship with Jupiter is completely different. So this might be, again, as I say, certainly where Jupiter's the house it's transiting, this is going to be taking a step back. It's maybe realizing that the big plans or the ideas, that they will need time to come to fruition. You know, Jupiter's always about the bigger picture, you know, our future what we would like to achieve, certainly in terms of society or career or things like that. It's quite often related more to a lot to with society and our aims there. So this is a bit of a time to I guess take a step back and really do the groundwork with Saturn in Capricorn as well at the moment. We need to be thorough in things. So it's quite an interesting week. On Sunday as well, so we have that first Mercury Saturn square, so accountability is a theme there, but we also have Mars having this, trine to Uranus on Sunday before it changes sign, before it comes home into the sign of its exaltation. But Mars trine Uranus is very original. It's very forward thinking. It's certainly with the link to Uranus, it's bringing new ideas in. It's a trailblazer. It's a bit of a trailblazing accent. And also this week on Sunday, we have that Sun sextile to Pluto. So again, it's certainly in view of the change of Mercury and Venus into Aries and that Saturn looming. There's a sort of need here to tap into a deeper wisdom. That Sun sextile Pluto. Yeah, that is where you stand on solid ground. Pluto is in Capricorn. You might be able to be a little bit more, manifesting Mercury and Venus in Aries without tripping up over yourself, if you like. You'd be able to hold your ground. Yeah, but it's just be careful that you don't flap things out, as we say in Dutch, being an outflapper. Apart from that, we're in the phase of the disseminating moon. Of course, the new moon, this particular new moon on the 15th of February was also a solar eclipse. So the journey of this whole moon cycle started really in darkness. So we do have to use our intuition. Again, Sun in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn. It's drawing on deep reserves within yourself of self-knowledge. But this week we have the last quarter moon. So yeah, it's an interesting bag this week, certainly. And as I say, the main lesson is, I love Venus in Aries. I love that feisty spirit. And I like the directness of Mercury in Aries. It will speak its truth. But just be mindful of Saturn in Capricorn. And yeah, just with that Jupiter retrograde as well. Just take your time with things. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.